Tarps Off Sports.
All right, fight fans, welcome back to another edition of Tarps Off MMA. I'm one of your hosts, Chris Mancuso, joined as always by Jack Gotzel. Jack, Bellator 257 is in the books. And I got to say, Jack, I had a little bit of internet issues, which was a pain in the ass during our live stream tonight here. But the fights were on the TV, and they were damn good tonight. Bellator on Showtime.
Oh, yeah.
Put on a damn good product tonight. It started, we'll go right off the hop. Paul Daley defeated Sabah Homasi via TKO strikes in the second round. Right off the hop, you know, Daley had I thought very highly of him when he fought in the UFC. He is, I don't know, I thought he was rocked early. It was one of the best first rounds I can think of in MMA, man. It looked like he was done. Like you said, if he wasn't a veteran, maybe he doesn't get the benefit of the doubt, even from the ref, and that fight gets stopped.
I don't think he does. If he wasn't a veteran, I think that fight gets stopped early. But he is a veteran. He talked his way out of it.
He was almost out on his feet.
Round. Yeah.
He was almost out on his feet, and then when he's on the ground, you could tell the ref was there, and he was staying conscious. But man, I've seen that stopped before. But then he comes out in the second round, and fucking Buddy was gassed. He wasn't. His cardio was gone.
And we saw that superior conditioning, and we saw that twice tonight. Corey Anderson, that's another guy that just like he out conditioned his opponent, and honestly, I feel sorry for other lightweights because, I mean, we saw someone that didn't look like they really wanted to be in there tonight. They didn't really train for a 5-round fight. They didn't really train for a light heavyweight Grand Prix, and it's a shame that he got in because, I mean, there's hungry guys that want that spot, and he really didn't look like he wanted it tonight. And Corey Anderson, honestly, he basically gets the bye to fight Ryan Bader. And, I mean, I don't like to say that about fighters, but, like, Jesus Christ, like you can't watch that fight and tell me he wanted it.
No, definitely not, man. Definitely not. It was definitely a tale of two different fights. Right before that, we had Veta Arteaga defeat Desiree Yanez via majority decision. One judge had it 28-28. The other two scoring it 29-27. Both those women came to fight tonight. Like there was no question of that.
Absolutely.
I got to agree with you. The Corey Anderson fight, again, it didn't feel like Dovletdzhan was really in the fight at all. And that's why I was confident putting Corey Anderson in my scumbag bet tonight.
Yeah, Yagshimuradov, he didn't bring it. He didn't look like he wanted it.
No.
Honestly, his conditioning couldn't have been there. He looked like he was gassed after one round. It was a 5-round fight.
By the time
it was pretty embarrassing, to be honest. It was actually pretty embarrassing.
Yeah. By the time the third round came, it was a good night Jim Kite for him. But we went into the main event of the evening. Vadim Nemkov versus Phil Davis 2. It was the second fight, but the same result, Jack. Vadim Nemkov defeats Phil Davis via unanimous decision. All three judges had it 48-47. Not you and me, though.
No, we both had it, 49-46?
49-46. I don't understand. I guess the fourth round for sure went to Davis. The fifth round was close, but I kind of had that going to Nemkov. Nemkov even said it after they asked him about that, if he thought the decision was a little closer. He kind of did, but he was like, that fifth round was a bit close. I'd have to go back and watch it, but I felt like it should have been 4-1 for Nemkov. It was never in doubt. It was never in question. So now, Jack, this sets up Nemkov will take on the winner of Yoel Romero and Anthony Rumble Johnson. Wow.
Well, see, the thing is I told you after the Bader fight, he didn't really impress me.
No, Bader didn't.
However, I still see him getting through Corey Anderson. I think he will be in the final of that side of the bracket. Now we go to this side of the bracket where we have Nemkov taking on the winner of Romero versus Rumble Johnson. I think it will ultimately be Rumble Johnson, and I still think I see Nemkov coming out of this side of the bracket. So I think we're lining up for Nemkov versus Bader 2. I don't know if you agree with me or not, but
that's what I have. But it's gonna be interesting to see. I mean, you have Rumble Johnson getting through Romero. Rumble Johnson hasn't fought since like 2017. But here's the thing. When Rumble Johnson was fighting, I was like a Rumble Johnson guy through and through. He's a competitor. He's an animal. There will be a bit of rust, but is it going to be enough to throw him off his game? I don't know.
No. Romero's a welterweight at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think Rumble might end up,
or middleweight. Sorry,
might end up being a bit too much to handle, but we'll see. All I know is Bellator 258, Jack, is as stacked of a card as we've seen in a long time.
Bellator 258 is completely stacked. Honestly, the last 4 fights in the card could all be main events. You see Michael Venom Page, you see James Gallagher, you see Yoel Romero versus Rumble Johnson. We have a title fight up top. I mean, you got Valerie Loretta on the prelims. I mean,
Jack, I got some bad news for you, brother. COVID struck its ugly head, and James Gallagher's actually out of his fight. So they're looking for a new opponent.
James Gallagher's out?
Yeah, James Gallagher forced out of Patchy fight at 258 on May 7th. It's a COVID issue.
I hate it here.
Patchy Mixawait's new opponent. So we don't get him in that one. That just dropped actually a little bit earlier. I think it actually dropped while we were covering the event. Just came across my email.
Hate it here.
Hate it here too, man. Just came across my email. Sucks to see that. Guys, I want to let you know that today's episode was powered by Manscaped, the #1 men's grooming device in the entire world, the Manscaped 3.0. If you love yourself, go on over to manscaped.com, or if you're in Canada, go on over to ca.manscaped.com. Hit the promo code Tarps Off and you will get 20% off and free shipping. It's the #1 tool for your family jewel. Like, make sure you have a separate face trimmer and ball trimmer. Don't be disgusting. The Lawnmower 3.0 is deadly because, like, it has a light. It's like you just don't get the nicks. You can go down under if you need to go down to Australia and make sure that you're nice and cleaned up for your Tinder date, boys. I'm telling you, this thing is the real McCoy. Go over to manscaped.com, or if you're in Canada, ca.manscaped.com. Honestly, punch it. Hit the promo code Tarps Off, 20% off and free shipping. Tarps Off MMA. We will be back. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button.
Well, hold on.
Likes. Oh,
you know
shit.
I'm Irish, and you just dropped the James Gallagher shit right in the middle of the podcast when we talked before. This guy's a fraud. But yes, hit the subscribe, hit the like, leave a comment, let him know that he's an asshole. Bang.